All right. What is going on? If anybody's there watching, I will explain why there's a door here in just a minute. Little delayed tonight, 8:22. Supposed to start at 8 o'clock, and I will share the reason why in just a minute. Hopefully you guys are having a good night, a good week, good start to the month here. Trying to play catch up, honestly, over the long weekend has been exciting. Little interesting. Hey, Thibodeau, what's going on? First in the chat, baby. What up? What up? Glad I'm here, sir. We live life to the fullest around here, and sometimes that includes, doors. Pretty excellent here. So, yeah, let's see what's cooking. We got 8 people here. If you are first time to the live stream, thanks for hopping in here. Oh man, yeah. Hit the like button if you want to. If you don't, that's cool too. Hit the dislike button. All good. Reason why I was a little late tonight was this bad boy. There's some dogs that, you want to kick. There's some dogs you want to kiss. And there's some dogs you want to send to the ends of the earth, never to be seen again. My dog Bella locked herself and Ryder into the master bedroom. And this was our door. And we took off the screws to be able to get to the inside, to be able to twist, to be able to open the hinge. We tried to do the credit card thing, and it was pretty hopeless. So we gave the old shoulder, and the door came tumbling down. And that in life, we've got to just knock down the competition, break through those walls, baby. Don't take no for an answer. Just go out and send it. And so that's what I did tonight. Maybe I'll write this off as a illustration for business, for the channel, and I'm gonna pay for this door with a. Yeah, this is a prop. This was planned. We'll see how that goes. But glad you guys could be here and be with me in the door and our love-hate relationship. Mexico resisting the temptation to send it. It hit the floor. It hit the floor pretty quick. Let's go. Covington Services in the house. Cade Covington. What's going on, man? Glad to have you here. Shout out to Dan the man. Yeah, we made it happen, I guess. When did you figure out the window was open the whole time? So, my wife, who is a lot less than what I weigh, we took the ladder up and tried the one window that we know that's a little sketchy. Sometimes it actually locks, sometimes it doesn't. And it goes, and it won't actually lock. I'm sorry, it wouldn't go up. The other windows are completely locked. We know for sure. They're a million-year-old windows, so that's a blessing. But yeah, I wish that one window would have actually cooperated. But nope, not tonight. Door had to go, along with some of the trim. So that's excellent as well. Delaware Diamonds, what's going on? Checking in from Delaware. Good evening. Hey, glad to have you here, man. We've got a little question here. A little later, we're gonna ask and chit chat about. But yeah, glad to have you guys here and hang out. Was it Wally gone? SWAT kick through the door, show him who's boss. I mean, this is unfortunately not the first time the door has been broken down in the master bedroom. My wife actually locked herself in, and the lock, literally the knob or whatever, was just spinning. I think that's what she had said. On one side it was spinning, and the screws were on, I can't remember exactly what it was. On that side, I couldn't get to it. Like, she couldn't get out of the house. Now, that time, we probably could have done the window thing. And then I could have gotten in somehow. And, like, it was just, I don't know even, I can't even explain it. But I just told her, stand back. I'm coming in. Boom, baby. That time, the door just swung open around the hinge. This time, the door came flat down. So we take it seriously here. I don't know why people keep getting locked in the bedroom, and apparently dogs now. She locked herself in, and then she's trying to get out. I'm like, dude, dog, if I let you out, I'll kill you. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. Second door in, like, I don't know, 3 years or something stupid? Like, come on, man. Oh, my word. Actually, honestly, would have made for a way better live stream if you brought us along for the door knockdown. Well, it's around the corner through the hallway. Yeah. It's incredible. So anyways, this is a write-off. Guys, break down the door. Don't take no for an answer. Go after people in a non-violent way, and find a way to serve them. That's the moral of this story, all right here. Find a way to make it happen, and something. Oh man. Okay. Very good. Hey, guys, thank you for being here. Seriously, even though this is like fairly ridiculous, but and I'm kind of late, so yeah, I'm just gonna throw out the question. Not a crazy question tonight, but what is the most common type of project or customer need that you serve? Kind of reflecting for myself, I have seen kind of a surprising amount of people whose loved ones have passed away, who need a dumpster. It's the adult children who are taking care of, the remaining of the house. They're going to be selling the house soon. It might already even be for sale, and they're getting in, little loads at a time. That has definitely been one of the higher up things that has come up. Not every single time, but people have blown me up. That has definitely been a thing. Honestly, garage cleanouts is probably number one as far as the most common type of project. I guess spring cleaning, but honestly, just it's garages. Things getting hauled out, and I'm assuming the garage is probably used as a staging area from the house, so it's not just stuff in the garage. It's other things going on as well. Sometimes I think people do use their garages as a free storage unit, and eventually they, going into wintertime or coming out of wintertime, things just stack up, whether they actually could pull the car in to the garage. I have family members who they can't pull in one car into a 2-car garage. And it's a miracle if they can get one out of 2, and it's how things kind of happen sometimes. And then they wake up one day and go, "I want my garage back." Oh, there's a ton of stuff that. How did this even get here? Like, what? I don't need this. Pitch gone. And that just kind of unfolds that way. So, with this question, how are we able to direct either reach them or directly, go after that type of target customer. Do you have Facebook ads? Are you running little specials? Do you have things on your website that say we're catering to this type of a project? In the future here on my website, I'm wanting to do some of that. I'm wanting to, especially in my area, over the last few years, I've gotten more and more college rental properties being cleaned out. I've gotten more and more calls for that. So one of the things that I'm wanting to do, it's been slowly kind of ramping up. So that has been something that I want to actually have either a landing page for, or have it somewhere on my actual website to be able to bring that type of a customer in who's got that type of a situation. Something else, and I don't know how exactly to approach it just yet. My mom actually brought this up to my attention as she's tried to help in any way she can. She's a mom, so both of my parents do that, but she's a little bit more aggressive in some ways, and she suggested, hey, you should reach out to the funeral home directors, bring them some type of price sheet or something with discounts or something like that, and maybe spin it in a different way than you got this much junk, you get this much of a dumpster, blah, not as like, position yourself to be, we're here to help you in your time of loss and be able to navigate this transitioning time with a house for sale, different, in the most understanding, gracious way possible. Try to speak to their need, not just talking about 15-yard dumpster, 20-yard, going through all that, but saying we're here to partner with you and to serve you in your time of need and be there to XYZ, transition the housing or whatever that may be, with that. So I don't know. I'm still chewing on that idea. It's still, honestly, with that situation, it feels a little weird still. But reaching out to funeral home directors who they're already trying to be that for them. They're already trying to plug as many holes and figure out as much as they can do to make the process as painless as possible for the rest of the family. And maybe this is another way we can be a support to them. I don't know. At some point, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to have some paperwork to hand to them. Hey, if inevitably they're going to be talking about arrangements for this and that and talking about payments and all these other things, the house, wherever they came from, is going to be one of the things that's on the top of their mind they have to deal with. So maybe we can kind of bridge that gap in that way. I feel like that would have to be met with very delicate wording, how you deal with that. So I'm wanting to do that. But anyways, there's just lots of different things that can come up that way. We do have a ton of family loss jobs. Yeah. I think, and the truth is, like, it's never going to stop. Like, it's not a fad. People die. Like, it is what it is. Maybe people pass away and they're already in the, nursing home, or they're in the hospital or something, and that stuff's already been taken care of. They've already sold the house. They've already divvied up the items for people, the kids to keep, and what they have is what they have at the hospital or whatever. But there's enough people who are still living at home who pass away in their home. Like, it is what it is. And so that market, feels weird to say that, but it's not going anywhere. So maybe that's a different thing that nobody else is doing. And that could be for a good reason, because it's kind of wild. But also, I think it could separate you in an area where, there's nobody else positioning themselves that way, as far as I know. I've never heard of anybody doing that. I'm willing to try it and see what happens. So, I shoot skit commercials that focus on the season and run those as ads on Facebook. They do amazing. Thibodeau. I remember seeing one of your skits maybe a year ago or something. I think you and your wife. And, I think organic, natural people having fun, but addressing a serious issue and those things, that's huge. So I don't doubt that they do amazing. I know I've got a few little animated cartoon commercial things or whatever from one of the guys in the Facebook groups that makes those kind of videos. They have performed pretty well. But man, you got some guts doing your own skits, man. That's awesome. Oh man. American F, what's going on? Yo, 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 what is going on tonight? How's the hangout hanging? Well, the door is no longer hanging. We had to bust this door down. My dog locked herself and her brother, Ryder, in the master bedroom. We took off the handle, tried to get the latch to open up, still couldn't do it. Told the wife to stand back, and we sent it. We sent it pretty good. So there's that. So this is my prop for tonight's video, and this is a tax write-off now because I'm telling you here and now, break down the door, beat your competition. Yeah, beat your competition to the door, and find a way to serve them. Stiggs, hey Dana, what's up from northern Lower Michigan? Hope business is booming, my friend. Dude, it really is. I can't even imagine. I guess I shouldn't, say I don't know how. Like 4 years of just absolute grinding with slow to no momentum, and finally seeing some major returns now, and just keep on building and growing. It's a part of the process. You start to see the fruit of your labor, and building those relationships and everything. Just being transparent. I've recorded it twice now, and I still don't know how to. I still don't know if I like how it came out. This last month in August, I had 55 rentals. That is the second highest amount of rentals that I've ever had in 1 month. It was over $20,000. That's I think it was the second, or it is the first. I can't remember now. The highest months I've ever had, and I think that's gross, but also I think this month may be my most profitable month. The actual after my cost of goods, after regular expenses, it may be the most profitable, net profitable month yet. And I'm wanting to kind of talk through that a little bit, as well as share, like, I remember when I first started, my goal for the month, like the first month I was in business with one dump trailer, I was hoping to get one a week. I was hoping I get one a month. I mean, I had a goal of do something, do anything. And the goal kind of went from one a week, 4 a month, to 10, to 15, to 20. Dare I say 25, then 30. Then we're talking one every day of the year. How crazy would that be? 30 a month on average on the months. That's crazy. And then being able to say, okay, so we just blew the doors off of this last month. Like that's a high. I'd love to say that's my new floor, that's my new bottom. In reality, that's probably not the case. But just seeing that growth, seeing those goals, pushing it just a little bit more every month, and seeing that trend, seeing the bottom raise and the highs raise as well. It's an encouraging thing. I do want to talk about that I remember thinking at the beginning, like, man, people said they had like 10 rentals. Like, no way, bro. Like, you could just make that, like, and obviously with more cans or trailers or whatever, the more you can do, obviously. But just I don't know. I want to chew on that for a little bit and encourage those who maybe are starting out with 1, 2, or 3 or whatever. You can start to see that progression. You can start to see those things change, and the floor raises, and that's just, I don't know. I do want to talk about that a little bit. So hitting one a day for me in my local small area with how many cans I have, 55 rentals in what, 30, was it 31 days we had in August? I'm already forgetting here. Let me go. 31 days. Yeah. 31 days, like that seems like crazy, but ideally in the future, in the near future, hopefully 55 might be the bottom, and we got even more going, you know. And also just the idea of, like, you don't have to have 20, 50, 1,000 stinking I mean, you know, whatever, but being a little ridiculous, but you don't have to have 1 million cans to be able to turn them fast and keep the party rolling. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. Depending on your rental length of time, like, you can be rolling. And obviously, you know, doing some live loading, doing some, you know, the Serve Pro project, that's not half of my month. That was 12 dumpsters, 13 dumpsters. That wasn't like 30. That wasn't nearly, you know, that was definitely my largest customer for the month. But, like, first time customers, repeat customers coming in that, you know, rent once or twice a year, like, that's happening. So it's not some crazy outlier of a month. It's like, oh, you know, forget it. Like, things are happening, and that's cool. So let me go to the comments here. I already saw that. Haha, nice door. Yeah, it's gonna be another 100-something bucks. It'll be great. OMG, I missed all the good stuff. Just got home. Sorry I'm late. Door looks great. Love the accent dent. It's a blessing. Stiggs just says F. Okay. Great to hear. Stiggs, love it. So happy for you, man. I'm glad you found amazing success. It inspires me to keep grinding and hustling. Thank you, dude. You know, everybody's at different levels. Everybody's in the process, in that journey, and being able to stair step that growth, ideally, and find ways to kind of break new highs. And obviously, it takes one customer. It takes one customer that can change nearly everything. I think I've had a few, maybe a handful of customers that have been very large players in my business that have propelled me forward. A roofer, a concrete guy, Serve Pro now. I think there's a few other people who have kind of come and gone, but they were hot and heavy for several months that really just boom pushed me forward, bringing in some extra cash and making things happen. But everybody's in a different spot, and you know, sometimes, you know, we have blinders on. We have things where we can only see what's directly in front of us. We can't see the bigger picture, and what's even possible for us to get to. Like, oh man, it'd be nice if we could do this someday, but the reality is we might not believe that. And, you know, there's lots of things that can be factors with all that. But it's one of those things. It's like, keep your head down, keep rolling, keep fighting. Seeing some of those fruitful moments where you're like, this customer is serious. It actually isn't too good to be true. We can actually make this happen. Like, and it's like the next level has been unlocked. And we're like, no stinking way, dude. Like, this is now a thing. and it kind of just opens up your eyes just a little bit more to see if we just keep on moving, if we just keep fighting, there can be success, whatever you define that as. You can get there. Stay in the game, keep fighting, keep going, whatever that looks like in different problematic areas or areas you're expanding, hitting the throttle all the way. So, Stiggs, thank you. Seriously, I think Stiggs is probably he has got to have been in like every live stream. So, you encourage me, you inspire me to keep on doing these things, and sharing my story and just getting out there. Also seeing you on your channel, I keep talking about it. I might just do this right now on stream. I have wanted to. Now I'll forget how to get there. I have wanted to customize channel. You can add a list of other channels. Oh dear. I don't know if I can find it. Okay, I'm going to be lost here for a little bit, but I'm wanting to put together every channel that I know of that is in the dumpster rental business. Put it. There's a stinking thing you can put it on your channel. Oh my word! It's not the community tab. It's not playlists, dude. What? I literally have no idea. I did it on my other channel for RV Transport. I had every single YouTube channel that I ever heard about on a list of other channels to hype them up, to send people to them. If you haven't seen this person or that person, whatever, like there's a community of people putting out content, trying to help, and there are resources, there are people actively going. Obviously, you can just search dumpster rental stuff, and people pop up, but people with smaller channels like myself and lower and whatever, like let's encourage each other, let's send people to each other, all of that. Help the community and help each other, all that. So Thibodeau, I just landed a 6-unit storage live load job of all good furniture, dude. Can't wait to see the turn and burn on that. Let's go, dude. 6-unit storage live load job. Wow. How big are the units? Thibodeau, is that like average? What, 10 by 10s or I don't know, 20 by 20s or something? Whatever they go by, 20 by 10, something like that. However big they are, that seems like a lot. So for real. Oh, it's the big car size units. Okay, dude. That's going to be filthy for you. That is awesome. And so it's a live load. So you're not doing the actual removal of it. So you're showing up, watching them load, not breaking your back, and just boom, 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 boom. Beautiful, beautiful. Thibodeau, record that, man. Record that video on that day. If it's all in one day or 2 days, let's see that process, what that takes from start to finish. Do something like that, man. That'd be cool. No labor on my part. Beautiful, beautiful. That's awesome, man. Man, that's pretty delicious. Oh man. Heck yeah, I'm recording it. Let's go. Cool. Very cool. Awesome. Any other thoughts? We got 9 people in the chat here. If you're just joining us, I broke down my master bedroom door because my dog locked themselves into the bedroom and we took off the handle, tried to pick it, tried to do everything. It was not going, so I just kind of went through it. And this is the second bedroom door we've gone through. My wife somehow, the little knob for the lock was just spinning for her like 2 or 3 years ago. And so I just told her, stand back. This thing's going. We're shutting this puppy down. So it's going to be with Jesus. Hello from Houston. In-laws, dumpsters. What's going on? Glad to have you here. Awesome. Yeah, question. What is the most common for you? It could be different, I guess, different areas. But what's the most common type of project that you're helping out with? In my area, more and more, I'm getting calls for college rental properties being cleaned out. That type. There's a ton of houses in West Lafayette across the river from me that are rental properties, or as wild as it is to me, just crazy. There are people, because of Purdue and what the aeronautical engineering, engineering mega powerhouse that Purdue is. There are people who send their kids here from across the world, literally, and they buy them houses. They think it's cheaper to buy them a house, and they do buy them a house near campus. They live there for 4 years, or however long, and then they just sell it after, whatever. And honestly, with the house appreciating, I mean, it's, who knows? Maybe they're making money, maybe. But anyways, I've run into that a number of times. When I was younger, I used to mow a couple yards for foreign exchange foreign students that came here to study, came to America to go to Purdue. And I'm mowing the yard, and I'd say, "Oh, by the way, your gutters are filled up, and like it's like really bad. Honestly, you're probably going to be having some issues." And they're like, "Okay, can you do that?" Yeah. I'm like, "Okay," but like it's a thing. So wherever use the opportunities you have in your area. You might not have a college town near you. It might be something else that's a pain point for a lot of people, but it's definitely a thing. Let's see, Eddie, what's going on? CW Dumpsters out of Jacksonville, Florida. I finally made one of your live chats instead of watching it the next day. Dude, glad to have you here, man. Thank you for stopping in. My uncle lives just outside of Jacksonville. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, man. I'm enjoying our weather. I'm assuming it's still blazing hot down there. I don't know. But I've been enjoying our weather. It's kind of cooled off a little bit up here. But, man, glad to have you here. Oh, man. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay. It was a nice and cool 94 degrees today. Dude, that's just... Yeah, I'm good. It's been in the 90s recently, but thankfully, now that I have AC, honestly, I was joking with, I think it was Joe earlier, Maxco, if he's still here. I was joking with him a little bit about the weather and, not having AC. And honestly, dude, I feel like, getting roasted in the truck zapped me of energy, and I'm sure I was dehydrated. I was drinking over a gallon of water, which, by the way, I don't know if you can actually see it, but Helper Dumpster Rentals, baby. My buddy actually had this made for me, and with my name and everything. But anyways, that was honestly the truck's had kind of intermittent issues with the AC compressor, and I finally did it under $200. Took about 30 minutes, like way too easy to get it knocked out on the roll-off truck. And I'm like, dude, what have I been doing this whole time? I've been getting cooked, I tell you. And now that I got AC, dude, just driving the truck around, hopping out for a little bit, coming back, like, this is like half the work. This is a cheat code. Everybody with AC, you're doing half the work that I feel like I've been doing with no AC. So, oh my word, that's a blessing. But yeah, I'm grateful for AC as we're going straight into fall, which I'll not be able to put that to use a whole lot. So. Oh man. Let's see here. There we go. I didn't have anything else more than that original question. If you guys want to chat about anything else, I'm down to chit chat, share anything I've got for you. Like I said, I've recorded a video 2 times, and I don't like how it kind of came out. At least by the end of it, I didn't like it. Of just simply talking about this last month and seeing growth, and I guess I'll ask the question here. Let's see. Let me put it in the little ticker thing down here or whatever real quick. Can't even spell. Is this English? There we go. Kind of a long. I guess I'll just make it a regular whoozy whatsy. Boom. Oh, let me take off the other ticker thing. I don't know about you, but I did. I really, really did. It was a goal for me. Like I said, when I first started, if I hit 1 a week with my 1 dump trailer as a side hustle, I was crushing it. I was amazed. I didn't have any money going into marketing. I didn't have a website. I didn't have a clue about anything. Like, I'm just trying to catch my bearings and figure this stuff out as I'm over the road. Just the wheels never stopped, and for me, it was 1 a week, so 4 a month. Then I was like, no way, I hit like 6 or 7. Like, that's crazy. Let's go for 10. 20, 30, and now I think I'm at. Let me just look it up here real quick. Let me look at how many months in a row have I had 30 or more. So March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah. January, the worst month. The worst month of the year period for me. January, I had 14 rentals, and then February was 21 rentals, and oh my word, that was a tough time for me, 100%. So last 6 months, 30 or more, and then by God's grace, like no joke, this last month 55, and like the I guess the ability, like, sometimes that can work and sometimes it can't. Like having less than 10 dumpsters, let's say, being able to turn them fast. It's almost as if, obviously, maybe my prices are lower than somebody who's doing 7-day rentals, and obviously there's a whole lot more than that's a factor as far as dump fees, your operating costs in general. I mean, just the area you live, all of that are factors. So we're not, trying to compare apples to oranges, but the principle of being able to see that even though you have a fewer number of cans, being able to turn them faster with customers who, the type of customer that can work well with a shorter term rental, 1 to 3 days. I think that's that window is a certain type of customer, and then there's customers who really just jump to 7 days. I needed a whole week. I don't even know how long it's going to take. I don't even want to think about being pressured to get the stuff done. I want a whole week. And what do? And I've had customers who have rented previously from larger companies that did 7, 9, 10-day rentals, and they rent from me for a 3-day, and they say, you know what? I actually don't need the whole time, because last time, what did I do? And they're literally telling me this on the phone. I'm just shut up, Daniel. Listen. They're telling me that the first day they put a few things in the dumpster, and then it sits for 5 days. They've done nothing. And the last day, they're scrambling. They're breaking down doors to be able to get the dumpster loaded up. And they're in a rush. And then they don't even get everything that they want in the stinking dumpster. And one guy even told me, he said, man, this holds my feet to the fire, and I've got to get it done. I can't be screwing around, messing around, get this done. And he's like, I need that. I need that pressure to actually get it done. So thank you. And he rented a dumpster from me. So it's one of those things. I don't know. There's a lot to it, but Ryan, what's going on, man? Glad to have you here. Yo, got in late. Just wanted to say what's up from wet and hot South Florida, dude. Oh my. God bless you guys for stepping outdoors, man. I don't know how you do it, getting cooked. I don't know. I'd be eating a lot more popsicles and ice cream or something if I was down there getting roasted for like half the year or more, whatever you guys have to put up with, man. Thibodeau, after watching Clayton's video of deadlifting, we all are not feeling good about our own video. Dude, holy smokes, just crushing it. And then American AF laughing with him. Oh man, what was that? I graduated in 11. 13 years ago. I was a different shape of a man, somewhat, and there was a lot more muscle back then. But he's put in some work there. I need to continue working on my shape as well. But Daniel, what do you do when you're sold out and a customer needs a dumpster? How often do they wait for you to be available? And are you tracking how many you might be turning away? So, solid questions there, first of all. So far, I have been able to, sometimes I've either been able to get them to postpone their project to a later date, and they've been fine with working with me on that. Can we wait till Monday? I don't have anything available until that Monday. Is that okay? And surprisingly, more recently, people have said yes. I've got one person who, when was that? Was that last weekend or the weekend before that? But they did that. Oh, sure, no problem. Wow. That was way too easy. To just, you're willing to work with my schedule? That's pretty wild. Appreciate that, but if I can't, that's not my first choice to postpone. I'll try to suggest the dump trailer, and that has worked as well. That doesn't work as often maybe as postponing, but that has happened as well. If I can't do any of those things, I will suggest my buddy. Well, he's local, but he has, I think, 2 15s and 2 20s, and I don't think he does a whole lot of marketing, any advertising, so I think he's going to start soon. but I'll send them right to him. He does the same for me when he's out of town or whatever. So try to feed him work as well. But honestly, the last 4 weekends at least, and even during the week, my yard has been nearly empty, like the whole stinking time. One can might sit at the yard for a day or maybe two, but I mean it's been going right back out at least by the next weekend. So we've been turning them pretty quick. How many times you might be turning away? So just in my head, as far as tracking how many times I've turned people away, obviously that means that number times a dumpster rental is how much money I could have had, and how quickly does that turn into buying a whole other dumpster. And as far as my numbers go, let me just give some info on the reports. I'm so grateful DRS tracks the different, let me see, the sales by item. So you can see how many times did you rent out in the month, a day, or a year. So as of right now, I have rented out my 15-yard roll-offs 88 times this year, the 20-yard dumpsters 78 times, and the 10-yard 73 times. However, even though I'm 10 less on the 20s, I'm more profitable with the 20s, and it's literally, what is that, $250 short of how much I've brought in for the 15. So as far as actually netting on those jobs with the 20s, and I've already made a video talking about my next can, that's probably going to be a 20. It's a no-brainer for that. So that would be the next one that I would want to get. If I only have one dumpster left, I want it to be a 20 and make that extra money having that dumpster available. Thibodeau, my saying in life is that I want to be better than I was 1 minute, 1 day, 1 year ago. Same with growth. Better this week, this month, this year than the time before. Boom. Simple, easy. It's true. And it's doable. I mean, just an inch of growth in a year. I mean, you're just keep on grinding. 100%. Thibodeau, American AF. I ran into that Friday morning. I made a hell trip 3 hours south to buy a new can. Yeah, he was telling me that literally he was sold out, and he just decided when he got a call from, I believe it was his roofer. Thibodeau talked about this on his live stream as well. Thibodeau's doing live streams, American AF, and then myself, I think. I don't know of anybody else doing live streams, at least yet, but Thibodeau said, I believe that in order to make that happen for the roofer, he literally decided, I'm going to go buy a can. And he literally went down and bought a can to be able to say yes to one of his, I think, biggest customers. So, dude, like, it's about being able to say yes, make it happen, limiting the amount of times that you ever have to say no. Like, that's huge. When we first started, we had 5 cans and really didn't know what a good week for us should be. Then Eddie said, now that we have quite a few more, we have changed up and extended our rental periods. Gotcha. It has opened us up to a large pool of smaller contractors with the longer terms. Yeah, I at some point I do want to make another video kind of addressing that. In my mind, how I picture it, it's the teeter-totter of the short term versus the long term, and being able to flip a small amount of cans faster with those customers. Yes, you're probably charging less on average than a week-long rental. Maybe slightly less profitable, but your utilization rate of your cans being rented out, that's huge. For me, like, I do want to dig a little bit deeper and talk to Chat GPT a little bit more about my utilization rate and being able to see how that really plays out. Having 6 cans with 55 rentals in a month, that seems to me like it's pretty aggressive. I mean, almost 2 rentals a day in a 30-day period, 60 and 30 and all that, but potentially. But at some point, I think you're right, Eddie. At some point, you can't keep up with the small amount of rentals that you have, the small amount of cans that you have, and you're picking up, dropping off, at some point that gets overwhelming to where you have to tip the scale to where you are to almost like a relief valve. You're opening up so the pressure is not on you every day. You're slammed because you have a smaller amount of dumpsters, and you have to flip them. And maybe you are, and that's fantastic. But at some point, it tips a little too far, and to relieve that pressure, the relief valve is extending the rentals to a longer period, like it sounds like you're doing, or you have done, and making your life a little easier, charging a little bit more, I'm assuming. More profitable. You don't have to turn each can as many times as you're, scaling that business. So that's kind of how I see it. I want to come up with an illustration and talk through that a little bit. I don't know people who are my size or maybe smaller. It may be hard to see what does this look like? At what point do I go from one day to 2-day rentals and then 2 to 3? I can tell you there was a huge difference between 1 and 2-day rentals when I switched to including 2 days of a minimum. So I didn't have as much pressure. And then, honestly, dude, I thought going from 2-day minimum to 3-day minimum. And obviously, if I can pick it up earlier, fantastic. If not, I'll see you in 3 days. It is what it is. Going from 2-day rentals to 3-day rentals, it was, dude, it was like I'm on vacation. It's almost like exponential growth, or, that one extra day with how many cans I have, it was just a huge relief valve, and it was just a breath of, I'm not going bananas. It felt like madness to me. Maybe it wasn't for other people. It wouldn't be for other people. But seriously, from 2 to 3 days, that was a huge thing. Just like might have been, crazy to think from 1 day to 3-day rentals. It would blow my mind back then when I was just doing 1-day rentals. I think I'm probably in the same place. It's hard to imagine going from a 3-day rental to a 7-day rental now. It's like that same type of mental block, huh? And I think I just eventually, as I add some more cans, the pressure will build back up with 3-day rentals, and I'm going to start feeling the anxiety of, man, can I keep up with this? And that would be a huge blessing to have that type of problem. But building up that pressure again to the point where, okay, I can't keep doing this. Maybe the answer is I hire a second driver. Maybe the answer is I do. I add some more cans, and I do extend my rental periods. So I can still keep things rolling. And maybe, some cans come back earlier than 7 days or 5 days or whatever that may be. But it's like opening and closing that relief valve with the time, the price, getting that type of customer that you want to be working with, that fits where you're at in your stage of growth. So, Steven, what's going on? Fortress Dumpster in Michigan. Glad to have you here. We just switched from 3 days to up to 5 days to help out our contractors, hoping most customers will turn them in early. Yeah, Steve, I'm curious with that, if you've had enough time to see what the answers are, but with a modest price increase with that to keep it profitable with that length of time being held out there. If those shorter term rental people are willing to scale with you. If they're willing to accept, honestly, I'm sure I have lost the type of customer who wanted it for 24 hours, no less, no more, but very strict. And I'm perfectly fine, honestly, with losing that customer. Find somebody else. That's wild. I can't do that. I can't pull that off. I couldn't with the cans that I have. There's just no way. And with my radius is another factor of that. How far out are you willing to go? Because potentially, worst case scenario, which has absolutely happened to me, all cans are far out. And so I'm going all over the place. Going out to pick up, dump, and then they're on the other side of the county. Like, dude, oh my word. Or a different county. So these factors play a huge part. But yeah, man, I'm curious to see if those shorter term people are willing to maybe scale with you. But ultimately, like, that consistency with the contractors, being able to meet their needs, and it's not squeezing or pressuring them too much, because honestly, people who are doing projects, construction, all that, like, they don't have the luxury like a homeowner does to just knock it out in a weekend. And the pressure of that helps them. For a contractor, it is ongoing, like you're saying. Like, they need that additional time to make it happen. So, totally get that. Thibodeau, more turns is definitely more profit. Longer term profit diminishes the longer the term is. But like said above, you ran out of time in the day. Yeah, it's one of those things. This is too long for a comment. I got you. You jumped down here. Let's see. But we offer 3 in 7 day. I try to keep my 7 days limited to 2 of my cans at a time. Then I'm flipping 4 cans twice a week. Gotcha. Steven, just started Monday. I'll check back in with the results down the road. Thank you. Yeah, let us know, Steven, how that goes with kind of moving that time frame around a little bit. I think that's definitely a factor as we, the teeter-totter effect of how this kind of plays out. So, yeah, thanks for letting me know, man. Man, we're almost here, about an hour, about 57 minutes into it. If you're just joining us, we're probably going to shut this down a little bit, but the reason why this door is here, this is my master bedroom door that I just ran through, and the whole thing went, my dog locked herself and my other dog in the bedroom, and we picked the lock and tried to mess with it, couldn't get it to work, tried to do the credit card, that didn't work. See ya. So yeah, that's why there's my prop for this live stream that will be written off for taxes. Break down the door. Don't take no for an answer. Go make it happen. Find a way to get in, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Yeah. So that's a blessing. So now I get to go buy another door. And I think some of the trim also got shattered off as well. So excellent. Oh man, if people are kind of winding down, or maybe you're asleep, I don't know. I may hop off here, but really appreciate the turnout, guys. We got 10, maybe a little bit more on average for the live stream tonight. A lot of good interactions, and just chit-chatting through this stuff. So that's a help. We'll keep on grinding. So with that, I guess if you guys are chatted out, no problemo, or whatever the word is, the phrase is. Thank you for being here, guys. Thibodeau, appreciate it. Let's give Dan a thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. Hopefully next time I'll start on time at 8 o'clock and not 8:22. Hopefully my dog does not lock herself into the bedroom again somehow. Be safe, guys. Have a good rest of the week. Crush it this month. Go after it. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to keep up with it. Kind of recover from the long weekend and then get after it. So have a good one, guys. God bless. See ya.